I would like you to help me demonstrate.
Calvin Castine in front of City Hall, beautiful downtown Plattsburgh. It's the 12th day of September 2009, and we're here for the annual Battle of Plattsburgh commemoration parade. And as usual, the streets of Plattsburgh are jam-packed with folks who have come to enjoy the activities and the parade. It's going to get to a point where, like Yogi Berra is supposed to have said, nobody goes there anymore because it's too crowded. It certainly is crowded in downtown Plattsburgh, and finding a parking spot was an ambitious project just to even get within walking distance of this site today. The weatherman has cooperated. Temperature in the lower 70s. We started the day up in Rouse's Point at the Fort Montgomery Days event, first ever Fort Montgomery Day event, and our plan is to be back there again tomorrow. Hopefully in future years the Fort Montgomery Days won't be competing with the Battle of Plattsburgh events, because it's tough enough to cover the Battle of Plattsburgh without having to get into covering what's happening, and there are a lot of things happening up at Fort Montgomery. One of our biggest challenges every year is to try to get a view. They have set up this tent, so getting above the tent does us no good, because the tent blocks the view of people who are up the steps behind it at City Hall. And there are several dozen chairs set up here for dignitaries, so we have to worry about possibly obstructing a dignitary, and that's the last thing we want to do. And you don't realize how many signs there are in a given area until you try to figure out where you can get a view of something like this parade. So these very attractive street lights are actually providing an obstruction for us as the parade comes down the hill here from the Cumberland Avenue area. Those of you tuning in hoping to hear our good friend Gordy Little are going to be a little disappointed. Gordy is vacationing in Georgia during this event, so he will not be here. We have promised Kit Booth, the head of the Battle of Plattsburgh organizing committee, that we will try to get the end of their musical show that's put on at the end of the parade. So we're going to be trying to get a lot of that as after the parade ends. So we're going to have probably less talk than what you're normally used to in one of these programs, but we promised Kit we'd try to get extra music in, because he wants to get all that on videotape for future generations to enjoy. I've been reluctant to tape him because I'm not sure if we can continue to see him. Our view is very limited here, watching this juggler. He's brought up a young volunteer named Jack.
Jack, I'm going to reach into my hat and pull out not a rabbit, but a hair.
A hair? Oh, no rabbit, but a couple of hairs.
Jack, it was just a joke. It's a frog.
Ooh.
This is a famous frog. Jack, this is Jeremiah, formerly known as Prince. Jack, your job is to hold the hat. Hold it tight. Jack, take a couple steps back. A little further, right about there. Jack, your job is to catch Jeremiah as he goes leaping across the stage. Try to catch him in the hat. Okay? Jack, here he comes. Keep your eye on the frog.
Mayor, I'll be right with you. I'll be right with you.
Jack, that was like so close and an excellent effort. You will looked like a leaping there for a second too.
Peterson out, be right with you. Be right.
Let's see if we can get this the second try. Jack. Oh! Jeremiah really didn't get out of the infield on that one. In my trade, this is known as burning suspense.
Okay.
Suspense is good. Jack, here it comes. I believe in you. Second try. Whoa! Jack, everyone! High five! Nice job, buddy.
Want to welcome the people who are watching this from around the globe on Plattsburgh.com or HometownCableNetwork.com. We think that Hometown Cable provides a window into what life is like in the small town USA.
Straight up and down, guys. Straight up and down.
Unfiltered, it's just the way we really are here in the US of A. I think our programming can be a great ambassadors for the North Country and for the US of A. Passing off the plates.
The race has begun. That's 1, 2. We're steady as long as the breeze doesn't pick up. We're good. 3. Now.
Got 3 plates going. Oh, 4 plates going.
Hey, you worried there for a second. Okay, we're good. We're good.
5.
How you guys doing? Nice, he's got
6 plates.
Camera, okay. Now guys, I gotta get one going.
How did you get up there? Oh, you had to go across.
Instead of somersaults, you guys, let's at least balance on one foot. Wait a second, look, it's Harry Potter.
That's over there.
That's it. Balanced on one foot. A hand for the plate spinners.
Alright. Great job, great show. Gary Van Cor, one of the co-chairs of the activities, he and Kit are called the co-chairs, handing out American flags. Those flags courtesy of the local Woodmen of the World. They donated 500 of those little parade waving flags. So we hope everybody will respect those flags and not leave them on the sidewalk or the street after the parade. A very nice gesture from the local Woodmen of the World, Tim and Dale Gagno out of Plattsburgh here. Saw that this happened.
That's 8-0. Last year we had 60.
80 units this year.
So we're building every year. And thank you all for your support. And particularly those folks who are wearing the button. That all helps to pay for this $20,000 parade that you're about to watch. Thank you so much. Please get your feet as close to the curb as you can. Get the chairs out of the road bed, if there were any chairs in the road bed.
Here and welcome everybody.
Mr. Booth
And I will
told
do
Mayor
it
Kasperzak to come on up.
It is a beautiful day. Mr. Mesner promised it would be, so I guess we have to give him some credit. And if it wasn't, I would get blamed, so thank you, Mr. Mesner. We have a lot of visitors from all over the area. We have some from Britain. We have obviously our Canadian friends as well, Vermont friends. We welcome you all. We are going to have an outstanding parade. And please remember that we also have many events continuing this evening as well as tomorrow. So, Mr. Booth, you're all set, and it's your responsibility now. Thank you very much.
Mayor Don Kasperzak. While we were off, Kit Booth thanked a variety of people and did mention that those flags were donated by Woodmen of the World Lodge 462, so we want to give credit to Lodge 462 for those flags.
Well, I can hear that big bass drum from the U.S. Navy Band Northeast, so they're coming around the mountain. They come. The lead vehicle from the City Plattsburgh Police Department.
For the most part, we'll listen to the voice of Kit Booth.
And right behind the City Police Department are the Boy Scouts carrying the Battle of Plattsburgh parade banner. Ian Ridgren and Alex Nichols, crew 2191 from Malone. Jordan Hemingway, Troop 46 of Beekmantown, and Kyle Ives, Troop 46 of Beekmantown. And coming over the bridge now, the U.S. Navy Band from the Northeast, from Newport, Rhode Island. Please give them a rousing cheer from Plattsburgh. Come on, let's hear it for the band. This is their 4th appearance here in Plattsburgh in the last 3 days. What a smart bunch of guys and gals. They're just a neat bunch. And we're so pleased to have them here in Plattsburgh again. Senior Chief Musician Don Chokin and Master Chief Musician Ross Klamath. U.S. Navy Band Northeast is one of the most sought after show bands in New England. And we're darn happy to have them here. Officially established in 1974, it's one of the 14 official bands of the United States Navy. And they're here under the sponsorship of NBT Bank. Directly behind them, the color guard and honor guard from Post 20 American Legion. Post 20 has been a wonderful host to this Navy band while they've been in Plattsburgh, provided all their meals for them, except today when they were playing at CDPH Medical Center, and they were given free lunch up there. So, let's hear it for Post 20 American Legion.
Folks who've never experienced a Battle of Plattsburgh commemoration parade before, get comfortable.
Well, the British are
They're
coming.
in for a good one.
The British are coming. Here are the reenactors representing the British troops here in the Battle of Plattsburgh. Let's hear a nice hand for these reenactors. They've come a long way to be here with us. This is the largest presence of the British troops since 1814. A lot of these folks come here every year hoping to see the battle come out a different way, but so far it hasn't. Following them is the VFW Post 1418 from Champlain, Commander Earl Robinson. The VFW has a proud history of helping fellow veterans in their time of need, and Post 1418 is no exception. We provide community support in all kinds of weather. Anyone in the local area, please give us a call and let us know if you need us. We're just a phone call away in helping someone to have a better day.
A great group of individuals, people at the
And the band behind them
1418,
is
looks like
more
Stanley
of the same
Lapierre.
VFW Post.
Stanley Lapierre at the wheel, and those 14-18 fine supporters of Hometown Cable. We don't get a lot of support from the community, but these folks are proud, long-time supporters of Hometown Cable.
Thank you,
We
ladies
appreciate
and
that.
gentlemen, for all the things you have done for this country. We appreciate your service. There's no doubt where this next unit is coming from. Plattsburgh's finest fire department is represented
band.
here by this fire truck.
I know Willard Martin's at the shotgun position.
And I believe if it made the hill, we have an antique fire truck coming behind that,
Can't quite see
which is a
who's driving.
1931 American LaFrance truck purchased by the city of Plattsburgh way back in the 1930s.
The 1930 truck is the next one, not this one.
Okay, if it isn't the American LaFrance, it's a 1934 Dodge truck. They weren't sure which one they'd get started, so they gave me both names. It was used as the first chief's vehicle and sometimes as an ambulance.
There's the old one.
Now you recall that 400 years ago this lake was discovered by Samuel de Champlain, and we have made that theme, the French Connection, as the theme for this year's parade. As Grand Marshals then, we have Dr. Celine Paquette and Claude Vachon. Celine is a former nurse, middle school principal, head of Paquette's Insurance. Governor Pataki appointed her as vice chairman of the New York State Quadra Centennial celebration. She has spearheaded an effort to bring the celebration to the Champlain region, and she is currently restoring the former bank building in Champlain to become Samuel de Champlain History Center. Celine Paquette, and with her, Claude Vachon. Claude is a member of the Parliament from the federal riding of Saint-Jean, a Bloc Quebec critique for many years, and on the National Defense Committee since 2000, and much more. He's been in service to the Canadian government for many, many years. Welcome, Celine and Claude. We're delighted to have both of you with us.
Okay, Claude Vachon with a B. I was
And
thinking
now
of
the
saying
Blue Star
Vachon.
mothers and fathers, they're the strongest support group for all branches of the military and their families. Meetings are held monthly and are open to the public and are free.
Blue Star
Thank you for
mothers
what
and
you do and
dads.
for the service that your sons and daughters have given to this country. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. In the car behind, the Daughters of the American Revolution, with a car that's been supplied by Bill McBride Auto Sales. The Saranac chapter of the Daughters of the American Revolution was organized in February of 1895 with 23 members, and today there are 38 members. The objectives of the society are to preserve the memory and spirit of the men and women who achieved American independence, to promote education and foster patriotism and love of the country. Riding in today's parade are First Vice Regent Ruth Ann Weichner and Chapter Secretary Ellie Hayes.
We're getting a picture taken by Jack Ledoux.
The U.S. Customs and Border Protection Office of Air and Marine is based out of the old Plattsburgh Air Force Base, and their mission is to fly helicopters and other aircraft in support of anti-terrorism and in support of the other law enforcement agencies.
I'm just not used to it.
Welcome to the U.S. Customs and Border Protection Group. Thank you so much for coming.
Keeping us safe.
This yellow truck belongs to the Plattsburgh, South Plattsburgh Fire Department. 2004 E1 pumper, 1,500 gallons per minute, 1,000 gallons of water, Class A foam, Jaws of Life are all on board. So you're safe with these folks.
It looks like we're getting a flyover.
Oh, and here's the rest of the customs. I was wondering if they were going to make it. Look up, look up.
And they're hovering there.
The second part of the customs.
Whoa, that took everybody by surprise.
Good show, folks. Thank you. Thank you.
And there's that South Plattsburgh truck that Kent talked about. Sounds like that helicopter is hovering right over us here. We're out of our view.
That takes a bit of coordination on their part, not on ours, I must say. Good job. And another unit from the South Plattsburgh Fire Department.
They cover.
I think I hear the Pipes of Scotland coming along. From the Spirit of Scotland Pipes and Drums, they returned to Plattsburgh under the direction of band leader, Pipe Major Ewan MacDonald. They're headquartered in Martintown, Ontario, and they play approximately 40 engagements every year throughout southeastern Ontario, western Quebec, and eastern, and I should say northeastern New York, because they've been with us almost since the very beginning 12 years ago. So we're delighted to have them come back and see us again. How about giving them a Plattsburgh welcome, huh? They've been here a lot of times. Thank you so much. Folks, just a minute, please. We have a lost little girl here. She's up here on City Hall steps. Her name is Kayla, and she can't find her mommy and daddy. Would Kayla's mommy and daddy be out there anywhere looking for Kayla? Here she comes. We're all set. The Spirit of Scotland, ladies and gentlemen. And behind them, in this float, is the NBT Bank. Folks, NBT Bank is one of our major sponsors. You just saw the U.S. Navy band. Here are the folks that brought them to us. Please give a strong and hearty thank you to NBT Bank for their great support of the Battle of Plattsburgh weekend. They worked up the theme of the French Connection with famous hockey line from the Buffalo Sabres. So these are, I'm sorry, I can't tell you what names they are, but there's a hockey team for you. How French Canadian do you get? the North Country Down Syndrome Association. They're a not-for-profit group which raises awareness of Down syndrome in the Plattsburgh community. Please join them for the 12th annual Buddy Walk on Sunday, September 20th at Penfield Park in Plattsburgh. This Buddy Walk promises to be a day of fun for the entire family, and the proceeds from the event go towards assisting families in the Plattsburgh area. Thanks very much. Thank you for coming. Okay, now it looks like we've got a 1961 Ford pickup here, and in it are some very distinguished guests. We have our first place poster contest winner, Kelsey Hurlbut. She's 10 years old, she's from Seton Academy. And the second place winner, Jacob Mossy, he's also 10 years. He's from Moores Elementary. And the third place, Danilo Nocher, is a 9-year-old from Seton Academy again. 2 winners from Seton Academy last year. And if I'm not mistaken, that's Sam Fairchild driving that. Hi, Sam. Sam's an old friend from when we were about 6 years old. I won't tell you how long ago that was.
Don't run into anybody this week.
And behind him, a 1929 Ford Model A Roadster, owned by Lisa Atwood and John Atwood, recently restored by John Atwood and Keith Payne. This car was purchased by Lisa's dad and used in 1950. He bought it for $50. Imagine what it might be worth now. This car's been used in parades for over 50 years. And it looks like we've got Sparks here with his group. Sparks the Clown, part of the Northern Adventure Entertainment, provided family entertainment and fun across the North Country during parties, church, community, and business events. They also provide puppet shows, balloon animals, face painting, many smiles, and laughter. They specialize in organized chaos. So here's the 6th place winner in the float parade. This is the town of Saranac. And it's called A Quiet Day in 1812, Resting Up from Many Farming Chores. Thanks to the town of Saranac. Appreciate that. Thanks for coming. And behind them, we've got the folks that protect the town of Saranac. The Saranac Fire Department, Saranac Volunteer Fire Department. These men and ladies are all volunteers, and they get out there and save your lives and your houses, and they deserve a real thank you for the service that they provide. Hey, we've seen these folks coming down the hill right now many times. These are the sailing masters of 1812. They come to us from Essex, Connecticut. Come over here every year. I bet they've been here at least 8 times. They were founded in 1963 to perpetuate the art of ancient fifing and drumming and to commemorate the role of Essex in the War of 1812. The corps uniform is that of the sailing master, the 3rd ranking officer on board during 1810 to 1815. So this is what they would have looked like in the Battle of Plattsburgh. Thank you, gentlemen and ladies. Thank you for coming all over to Plattsburgh again this year. We had a great deal of the ambiance of the weekend.
However, in 1814, they would not be
I see in the
playing
distance, I don't have my spyglass with me, but it looks like Samuel de Champlain.
Great World War I.
And his wife, or maybe it's his sister, Helene Boulet. Oh, okay, I I see. All right, that's the sister. All right, good. With David Graham and Louise Graham playing the parts of Samuel de Champlain and his wife. Plus Catherine Duisburg, Franco-American Club, and Donald Campagna, I suppose, is also with the Franco-American Club. It's a new club in Plattsburgh. It's inviting members to become part of them. Samuel, you look great. Last time I saw him, his beard was white, so somehow he's put a little shoe polish on it or something today, I guess.
Quadra Centennial year for Samuel D. Champlain and Lake Champlain.
Now we have the Champlain Valley Transportation Museum represented here. John Bernardi is driving a 1965 Mustang convertible. John loves this car. I hope they get it back up there in the Transportation Museum when he's done with it. He's also got the Roducky Derby duck riding in it. Ray Medina is in there in the duck suit, and his helper is Alexis Markin. You can buy Roducky ducks right across the street, and the race will happen right after the beat retreat program towards 5 o'clock somewhere. You just have to watch for that. Another Champlain Valley Transportation Museum. Now here is an original Lozier boat. Carolyn Harding is riding in it in all her splendor and glory. There would have been beautiful ladies like this in these Lozier boats back when they were made. And they were made right down in the boathouse at Georgia Pacific. On the lake side, that big kind of funny looking building with the slanted sides, that was a boathouse where they made these boats. These were the top of the line boats in their day. And hugely valuable and wonderful for a collector or boat restorer. This one is a real find for the Transportation Museum. You probably, if you've been here earlier under the hospitality tent, you've seen the Chateau Ramsay Museum ladies doing demonstrations of various crafts that were done during the period of 1812, 1814. These folks are all guides from the Chateau Ramsay Museum in Montreal, and they're dressed in period attire. Well, now we have a couple of birds. We have Bergie, of course. You must know him. Anytime you've been to a hockey game, he's certainly been there. And next to him is a new one, which is our own Plucky Rooster. This costume has just been made this year to celebrate our Plucky Rooster contest.
Bergie, the Plattsburgh State Cardinal, and the Plucky Rooster.
String of things coming down in yellow shirts is the Cook and Gardner exhibit. Cook and Gardner exhibit. 12 children walking behind the boat, and they're pulling boats, and all the children are in period clothing, including the two that are in the boat. This is all from Cook and Gardner. They're the first place winners of the float. Well done, guys. It looks wonderful. Here's a new one that we haven't seen in our parade before. We had to come up with 7 people to get underneath the middle of it.
Oh, the Mahanis
That was
are
sort of a
coming.
last-minute deal, but there they are. The Chinese Dragon under the direction
Mahanis.
of Francis Drew.
From Altona.
The Chinese Dragon is making their first appearance here. The head of the dragon is close to 6 feet tall and is powered by 15 people, including the Drew family members and fraternity brothers from Plattsburgh State. In traditional fashion, the dragon is chasing a pearl. Did you know that? I never knew that one. Oh, they got second place in the float / dragon contest.
First place in the dragon contest, second place in the float contest.
That's wonderful, folks. Thank you so much.
Have a small dog in the
Trying to catch the
crowd.
dragon is News Channel 5. They're looking for news for tonight at 6.
small dog in the crowd.
Rosenthal, Stephanie Gorn, and Tom Messner are in there somewhere.
They're saying, which way to
You can
Vermont?
probably figure that dragon's going to be on the news tonight, right? I think probably Stephanie's got a camera in the back seat there.
Careful throwing candy out with the vehicles.
Okay, coming down the street now, the Boy Scouts of America and Girl, it says. Troop 35, Boy Scouts. Troop 4162 of the Girl Scouts. Thank you. The future of America is walking down in front of you, folks.
Looks like they're holding up this next group from Ontario.
Well, you're going to recognize these next folks as they come down. The Royal Marines, Her Majesty Royal Marine Band from Cobourg, Ontario, has been with us since the first parade. As a matter of fact, the first parade was created because they said they would come. Their banner's carried by Justin Storms. Justin is the son of the band director, Paul Storms, and Corby Fisher. Ladies and gentlemen, Her Majesty's Royal Marines Association of Cobourg, Ontario, directed by Paul Storms, also known as the Concert Band of Cobourg. Let's give them a round of applause. Let them know we're glad they're here. This band is one of the most sought-after bands of all in the region, and we're so pleased to have them perform here in Plattsburgh. They're here now for the 7th consecutive year. We all know what they look like. Let's give them another big round of applause. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming back to Plattsburgh again. 7 times now. And behind them, a contingent of the Royal Marines. These are veterans, certainly of the Second World War, perhaps some from more recent times. First time we've seen them in a couple of years in a group like this, and we're delighted to see them back again. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming back. You saw the British troops come by a little while ago, and here come the Americans. They look pretty good for somebody that just fought a battle. But there was a reenactment down there at 1 o'clock this afternoon, and there'll be another one at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon if you missed it. Thank you, gentlemen, for coming. This is the largest contingent of reenactors that we've ever had in Plattsburgh. Last year we had about 160. This year we had 192 registered. This is the largest we've ever had. They also brought with them, I'm not sure the exact number, it was 12, but maybe 15 bateaus with them. So that must have been quite a battle on the lake.
Lynn Wilkie leading the Peru militia.
And here we have the League of Women Voters, a multi-issue, non-partisan political volunteer organization which encourages informed and active participation of citizens in government. Does not support or oppose any political party or candidate. Influences public policy through education and advocacy. Supports or opposes legislation after study and substantial agreement amongst its members.
Rick Smith is not the president of the women voters. He just happened to be walking by.
This lovely lady coming down in red now is Eileen Mack, and she's portraying Mother Goose. She says, read a book. Reading is like play. 15 minutes every day and you will be on your way. Eileen led us last night in the national anthem right here from the steps of City Hall. And behind him from the State University, you may recognize them, President John Etling and his wife Lisa Lewis.
And another
Dr. Etling is originally from Houston, Texas. He served as an officer in the U.S. Air Force from 1966 to 71 and was a B-52 crew member. President Etling holds a B.A. summa cum laude from the University of Virginia. He received his A.M. and Ph.D. from Harvard, and he's married to Lisa Lewis, who is accompanying him in today's parade. They were the judges for the parade awards this afternoon. Thank you, John and Lisa. Thank you for participating and helping us out today. We love to see folks from SUNY here. And here's another SUNY Club Caribbean. Members from the Caribbean Club have been in existence on PSUC campus for many years and take pride in exhibiting the culture and richness that dwells in this part of the world. Members are holding flags identifying their country. With us today is Miss PSU Caribbean 2009, Kendrika Willis. Well, that's a new one. And also, look who's here, the lacrosse team from Plattsburgh State. They enjoyed another record-setting year in 2009. The team tied for the record for the most wins in the season with 9, and the players reached the postseason play for the first time in the history of the school. Team records were shattered for points scored in a single season and in individual career. In addition, 6 players earned conference distinction for academic achievement, tying another school record. So come see them anytime when they're playing here in Plattsburgh, and you'll be delighted to see their play. The Altona Fire Department is next. 2009 marks their 50th anniversary of the Altona Fire Department. The future of the department is dependent on kids of all ages, so the present members built this one-of-a-kind fire truck for kids to enjoy. Thank you for your support and help over the last 50 years. They were the 4th place winners in the float parade.
This is not the truck that they built. It's coming. Still coming.
Okay, we got 3 units here from Altona, and the 3rd one is the fire truck that they built. That's great.
We get out there on that flat rock and rescue people. It's a great little vehicle for the Altona Fire Department. Here comes that truck that they built.
Looks like the Altona Fire Department is carrying their future in that truck.
Lee Guerin at the wheel. Hard to believe that in
I bet those
57,
kids will all be firefighters someday, right?
57 when they had that big fire in the Flat Rock, there was no Altona Fire Department.
And behind them, the North Cove clowns. They're not crowns, they're clowns. I'm the clown. Oriental Shriner Clowns. The Shriners are a fraternity of approximately 315,000 members throughout the United States, Canada, Mexico, and the Republic of Panama. For over 80 years, the members have supported Shriners Hospitals for Children, and contact a Shriner if you'd like to know a child that you would like to help. The Shriners can put you in touch. Watch your toes. These guys have a way of running right over you. That guy on the motorcycle doesn't know what he's doing either, I don't think. Oh, this van is also part of the Shriner group, as you can see.
Troy, New York.
And they're followed by a very important group, the American Heart Association. Plattsburgh Heart Walk is September 26th. It's going to take place at US Oval. It's a great heart-healthy walk to raise life-saving funds to fight heart disease and stroke.
You're watching the 2009 Battle of Plattsburgh commemoration
Their mascot's
parade,
name is Ticker.
September
He's now
12th,
kissing somebody
2009.
in the crowd or something. I don't know what he's doing over there. Come on, Ticker, get back on the route here. Well, we're stepping back in time again, not quite to 1814, but 1930. Here's another Model A, driven by Howard and Sharon Welch.
Oh dear. Life is going to be rough this afternoon. The cabinet said they had another vaccine in about 3 minutes. They went out 2 hours before it was supposed to be ready.
Okay, St. Peter's Catholic Church. This is the 6th place float. When Samuel Champlain arrived on the shores of our lake, there was a Catholic priest with him. The French explorers brought missionaries and the Catholic faith to the New World and to many countries. All around the world, actually, not just here. The children of St. Peter's are carrying the flags of the countries where the French explorers traveled. Well, that's interesting. See how many of those flags you can identify. St. Peter's Parish is a direct result of Champlain's travels. It's been the spiritual home of the French-Canadian Catholics since 1853. That's a long time, folks. Thank you very much for coming. Tomorrow, incidentally, there will be a French Mass at St. Peter's, and there will be a lecture in the afternoon. Check your schedules for that. There will be a lecture on the French heritage that we have here in the North Country. Coming down the hill now is the Green Mountain Fife and Drum. Their members come from townships in New York and Vermont. Currently members range in age anywhere from 6 to 16. There might even be one a little bit older than 16, it looks to me, but it's close. Coming down the hill now, the Clinton County Democratic Party. Here come the Clinton County Democrats on the move, as it says on their sign. Bill Owens and his wife Jane, and Marty Mannix. Their vehicle is a vintage 1963 Cadillac. It's a convertible owned and driven by Mr. Bill Murray of Keysville. And riding with him are his wife and granddaughter. So they have a car full. Well, by golly, what I see there is Marty Mannix. What can I say? I don't know where the other folks ended up, but Marty's there.
The others fell off the back.
Oh, this is coming up as the Chazy Fire Department now. Driver Richard Carpenter, been a member of the Chazy Fire Department for 50 years. My goodness, that's a long, long time. They're driving a 1934 Buffalo fire appliance triple combo fire engine. That's quite the thing to say. This is the Chazy Volunteer Fire Department's first vehicle. It purchased in 1934 and remained in service for 43 years before being retired. This vehicle underwent complete restoration by the members of the fire department, and it was completed in time for their 75th anniversary this year, and for this parade, incidentally. Thank you very much, folks, for bringing the old girl back.
Dick Carpenter.
Okay, here we have the Clinton County Medical Reserve Corps. It's made up of volunteer health care workers who respond in health emergencies. September is Emergency Preparedness Month, so call the Clinton County Health Department if you'd like to be a volunteer. The Advocacy and Resource Center is next. They're the Advocacy and Resource Center of Clinton County, and they're celebrating their 55th anniversary. It continues its long tradition of contributing, connecting, and changing the face of our community. In addition, the New York State ARC is celebrating 60 years of service for individuals with developmental disabilities. And their float is a fifth place winner. Congratulations, folks. In the blue shirts, we have the Literacy Volunteers of Clinton County. And they say, join our battle for literacy, support literacy volunteers, an army that includes French-speaking tutors and French learners. Today, Literacy Volunteers of Clinton County salutes a hero tutor, Marie-Therese Francoise Celine Janelle McDougall. How about it? I got that out, huh? Originally from Quebec. Celine was awarded the 2003 National Tutor of the Year in Washington, D.C., chosen from thousands of tutors nationwide. Merci.
Beaucoup.
Cadyville Fire Department is next. Chief James Favreau. Truck number 135 driver is Walter Bordeaux. These are the folks that keep Cadyville safe. Well, folks, these are our own bagpipers. Please give them a hearty welcome from Plattsburgh. Yeah. This is Steve Grotto here too, riding the horse ahead of them. And he's just about able to keep ahead of them. Careful, Steve. And be sure and clean up after that horse after the parade. The Police Pipes and Drums of Plattsburgh is sponsored by the Fraternal Order of Police, led by Pipe Major
Principal at
Dr. Al
Northeastern
Walker.
Clinton High School, Steve Grotto.
This year, the Police Pipes and Drums are joined by members of the Elgin District Pipes and Drums from Huntington, Quebec. So this is a pretty big outfit, isn't it? Let's hear it for them. And those folks are wearing the Anderson tartan, which is in honor of one of their members. And from Santa's Workshop, this is the first time we've seen these folks down here in our parade. It's a timeless fantasy village located at North Pole, New York, nestled in near the Whiteface Mountain, on the Whiteface Mountain, in New York's scenic Adirondack region. It's home to the beloved fairy tale and storybook characters, busy elves, live reindeer, and Santa himself.
Santa couldn't make it today. He's busy at the office.
Yeah, probably Santa's busy already, so that's why he couldn't make it, but we're glad to see a representation from the Santa's Workshop. The Knights of Columbus Council 6067 from Morrisonville. Area Knights of Columbus riding on the float are Chairman Dennis Barnard, and he wishes to express a special thank you to Brother Knights who helped this year walking behind the float, actually in front of the float, I guess, and the Junior Girl Scouts Brianna Evoy and Kiana Evoy. We always had good participation from Seton Catholic Central School. The winner of the poster contest came from Seton, but not Seton Catholic Central. She came from the academy, but still, she'll be up there someday. These kids are from Seton Catholic Central School. They welcome students, we welcome students from the school. Seton Catholic enters its third decade of providing quality education to students from our region and around the world. Seton Catholic continues in the fine tradition of Catholic education in Plattsburgh by preparing and inspiring its students to a life of service to God, family, and community. Welcome, kids. We're glad to have you with us.
Clinton Catholic. And they've got a good girls soccer team. We got more.
Well, we have another character coming down the street representing Woodman of the World Lodge 462.
Buddy the dog.
This is Buddy. Buddy, their lovable mascot, as it says here. They're the Woodman of the World. And Brianna Pina, who is Woodman of the World Youth Forum representative, she's there too. Woodman of the World is a fraternal life insurance society specializing in low-cost family coverage, superb financial products, and outstanding family fraternal benefits. Contact the Woodman of the World for information about their reduced rate movie days at Cumberland Cinema, their Halloween party with a spooky haunted house, and fall family festival dinner. Woodman of the World is extremely patriotic, the largest provider and purchaser of U.S. flags, and they have proudly provided us with 500 little flags, which I hope you'll all wave at them. This is to let them know you got them. Okay, thank you very much, Woodman of the World. Seth Warner Fife and Drum from Mount Independence are with us again this year. This is a unit of Revolutionary War field musicians representing Seth Warner and various Vermont historic sites. They're appearing throughout Vermont and New York State with a corps of mostly 8 to 18-year-old musicians. The corps' motto is shaping history with its kids. This group is from the Church of Christ. The Plattsburgh Church of Christ is proud to support the Battle of Plattsburgh. They've been serving the community for 53 years, 53 of the 195 years since McDonough and Macomb fought the British. You can find them at 77 Cogan Avenue. Actually present at the Battle of Plattsburgh were Julius Caesar Hubble and his wife, and they're here in this little electric car. They probably came down on horseback at the original time, but they're in an electric car today, portrayed by George and Kay Hubble. George is actually descended from that Hubble of the old days. He could be a Norco clown, actually, because he has a great sense of humor, and it is a clown in his own right. Julius Hubble witnessed the Battle of Plattsburgh and boarded both the American-British warships after the battle. Anna Hubble that the British soldiers their purses that the Americans would win. And when the British left and retreated for Canada, they dropped their purses at her doorstep on the way through Shazy. J.C. Hubble was a judge, and he lived in West Shazy.
He lived in Shazy in that stone house, which is right next to the library, now occupied by Alex and
Okay, we're going to pause the action here. Let's hold on for a minute.
And Mrs. Hubble was the daughter of Pliny Moore, the founder of Champlain.
Okay, behind the Hubbles now. We all recognize these folks. They're from Peru Central School, the only surviving high school marching band in Clinton County, as far as I know, the only one that has ever been able to participate in our parade. And we're so pleased to see them. How about a welcome for Peru Marching Band? Their director is Todd Cray. This band is made up of students in grades 6 through 12. Today they march to an arrangement of Yankee Doodle to mark the disheveled colonials with whom they served during the French and Indian War. Though originally a patriotic song of the Revolution, the words to the song, Chester, reflect the unity of the British, French, and Americans that have all needed to overcome many foes. Sorry, I didn't read that right, but I didn't understand it. At any rate, the Peru Marching Band, folks, what a wonderful young group, and we're so appreciative that they're here with us.
It's nice that kit with all the stress of
This is going to be a Peru moment.
happened to put this on at time to life for himself.
Nice job, Peru. This is going to be a Peru moment pretty much here, folks. This is the Saratoga replica, built by Tom Lamar. The Saratoga is a 44-foot-long representation of a half-scale model of the Saratoga. It's actually a working model. If you want to see it work at the mouth of the river about noon tomorrow, it will go through its motion. It's a 17-foot, as I said, replica. Oh, well, no, I said 144 feet. That was the original. This is a 17-footer. And it features concealed motor propeller. It's driven by that. It has bow thrusters to simulate the 180-degree kedge maneuver that was brought to bear fresh broadside of the cannons, and it greatly helped win the Battle of Plattsburgh, actually. Anyway, Tom has done a wonderful job on this, and you can see it in action tomorrow at about noon down at the mouth of the river. Followed by the Morrisonville Fire Department. Thank you for keeping Morrisonville safe, you guys. We appreciate you being here. And these folks in here in this car are the Clinton County Republicans, Clinton County Treasurer Joe Giroux, Clinton County Clerk John Zerlo, and also Attorney Rich Cantwell. Joe and John are honored to be participating in today's events as countywide representatives. They recognize the important role that Plattsburgh plays in Clinton County, and they join them in saluting this treasured heritage. Thank you, gentlemen.
Joe Giroux and John Zolo with the former district attorney, Rich Cantwell, driving. Let's hold up here, waiting for Jack to take their picture. Run him over.
GTI miniature horses are now brought down. Bryn Fillion with Joanne Gallard riding. Oh, and Dakota Gallard is driving Dora. And Joanne's driving Bullets Out. This is a little confusing, folks.
Look out. No
this is
brakes.
Joanne Gallard and her son, Dakota Gallard, and they're driving their two little horses. Glad to see you both, guys. Thank you for coming. I think this may be our only horse entry this year.
Anybody said this was a one-horse town, we prove it otherwise right there.
And that's Joe Sufi that's following along behind the ball, I guess. Oh, there's Joanne's husband too. Tim Gower. Okay, 1937 Ford F5 2-ton truck demonstrator. Rudolph Mesick, I'm sorry, I misspelled that, Rudy. 95 horsepower, bought brand new at Henry White dealership in Ellenberg Center by Henry Mesick, and his grandchildren are riding in the truck. How about that? 1937. I wonder how many of us were around then.
And Sam Fairchild ran into the back
I
of
think
his
if you
truck.
listen carefully, you can hear the Cumberland Bay Show Chorus. They're celebrating their 50th year of harmony here in this area. If you like to sing, the group is for you and they'd love to have you join them.
The Morris Parade, Labor Day Parade, Sam Fairchild ran into the back of that truck restored by Rudy Misak, and that, of course, is the truck that's featured prominently in the show that Bob Venn and I did, our most popular program ever on What's Going On Here, the Jimmy Misak program at his sawmill. The Barbershoppers.
There's a theme, or they ran behind. Does someone have a list so we could guess?
So, coming down the hill now, Elf's Farm Winery and Cider Mill.
I'm not going to.
Elf's Farm makes cider and wine. Sort of tell that from the name. They're, of course, both of them are America's first beverages, and they've got third place in the float contest. Okay, now, coming down the hill is a unique act, which we have seen before dressed in a different costume. These are the Adirondack Lawn Chair Ladies, a very popular group to come to Plattsburgh. An energetic group of ladies from Saranac Lake and the area around Saranac Lake doing precision moves with lawn chairs to contemporary music. So here we are, ladies and gentlemen, the Lawn Chair Ladies. How about letting them know that we're glad they're here? How about a little applause for the Lawn Chair Ladies?
Lawn Chair Ladies, sing this song, doo-dah, doo-dah.
I think you can do that a little bit smoother.
Here they come into our view. A bunch of pirates.
That's great. Let's hear it for the Lawn Chair Ladies.
for sure. Get the lawn chair lady video at home. And YouTube can be kicking high with this time next year. Get the lawn chair lady
Behind the
exercise
lawn chair
video.
ladies, the Champlain Valley Classic
Yeah.
Cruisers.
Grab your lawn chair and participate at home.
It's been together for 12 years. We have 355 members, but we got one of them here today. The main goal is to have fun and support the communities. They have classic cars ranging from 1915 to 2009. The 12th Champlain Valley Spring National Car Show will be held May 29th through 30th next year, 2010. It's open and free to the public.
I'm not going to tell you where it is, but it's open if you can find it.
District 3, down in Plattsburgh, I believe, was organized in 1971 in the town of Plattsburgh, covering approximately 7.5 square miles. The department protects residential, commercial, and industrial properties along with a section of I-87 corridor. Led by Chief William Fuller, the department consists of 4 assistant chiefs and 35 professional volunteers. Thank you, gentlemen, for helping to protect this community.
And ladies. Beautiful truck. A ladder truck.
Behind them is the Peru Fire Department, and the little green jitney is also Peru Fire Department. I have no card on these folks, but we're awfully appreciative of the fact that they exist and that they protect the town of Peru. Thank you so much, guys. The U.S. Army Reserve is represented here. They have a vehicle, the 962nd Ordnance Company, U.S. Army Reserve from Plattsburgh.
They're coming.
The first half of that unit returned from Iraq in May of 2008, and the second half returned from Iraq in January 2009. After both successfully completing ammunition supply missions, all units and soldiers have returned safely. I think that's the important thing. They all came home. Thank you for your service to your country, gentlemen and ladies. This is the first time that we've seen these folks in the parade, and we're very happy to have them.
Come back often. Standing ovation from much of the crowd.
And I think that probably is about it, folks. Sorry to disappoint you. We only have 80 units. Well, remember now, don't forget, remember please, that right after this parade is over with and this area is cleared, we will start the Beat Retreat programs, which is going to involve all 3 major bands, plus the pipe and drum groups, and they're all going to be playing here together right in front of the reviewing stand. It is a show that you don't want to miss. If you think the parade was great, watch this. It's going to take probably another half an hour to produce that. And I have the director of the Canadian Band standing in front of me right now. Oh, Paul.
Kevin Manor.
Been doing anything today?
That'll wrap up Hometown Cable's look at the 2009
So remember, we're going to need the
Battle
street
of
in front of
Plattsburgh
us,
Commemoration
between barricades, which
Parade,
is just about to
and
go back up.
what a
We're going
parade.
to be needing the street clear.
Thanks
and
to,
that means from curb to curb.
Hometown
I'm
Cable
afraid we won't be able to have
television
feet in the
and
street or people sitting in the street.
the internet with
going to have to be
www.plattsburgh.com
clear because
and
we take the whole distance. This is a
hometownCablenetwork.com.
massive thing.
People will be able
There's
to enjoy
150
us
musicians
for years to come.
standing in front of you.
So we appreciate those who understand this is viewer-supported local programming, and we wish more of you would understand that, and we appreciate the compliments.
Clear the streets.
But the greatest compliment you can give us is to part with a few dollars and keep this kind of programming coming. Thanks for watching, and for those of you who support Hometown Cable. And this is another look at life in the North Country, and it's a life that we're proud to share with the world via the internet. Thanks for watching.
Still selling ducks, and the race will be right at